Although it's been many years since everything has happened, I am still affected by the trauma deeply. Before really understanding what he had done to me, I always wondered why I felt so unsteady around adult men, sometimes even my own dad. It changed the way that I looked at male authority figures, like my teachers or other coaches. I also wondered why I pushed people away that try to help me and become close with me. After telling my story and truly understanding what he was doing the whole time, and realizing the betrayal that I had started to feel, my life changed. I realized that many of the emotional flaws that I have developed are because I was growing up thinking that these things that are not normal were okay. As I get older, I'm discovering more ways that this situation has affected my life. I have realized that many things I am surrounded by in my daily life have become triggers and bring me to a very sad place and remind me of the things that have happened, even just driving past a certain building. I have been attending counseling throughout this process and will most likely continue to for years to come while I go through the healing process. My relationships have suffered because I do not know how to properly let someone that truly cares about me and loves me in. Through this process, I feel like I have to look over my shoulder everywhere I go to avoid confrontation with people who view this as my fault. My family and I deleted some social media to avoid the questioning and negative posts involving this case and me in general. After a year and a few months of the biggest secret I will probably ever have being all over the news and many people knowing that this person was me, I'm emotionally drained and feel vulnerable to everyone because it is such a touchy subject for many people. After today, I can finally get the closure that I need and I deserve.
Thank you very much. I wish everybody could read the letter that I got from the victim and her family. It's really very touching, and it shows the devastation that their whole family has experienced. Not just because of the act, but the parents feel that they failed the child, failed to protect, the ongoing trust issues. It's just, I wish everybody could see the lifelong impact that these types of instances have, not just on the principals, but on the people that you love, the people that the victim loves. It's just outrageous, the impact that we have. I do want to read into the record a quote that actually the pre-sentence investigator made in the PSI. I couldn't come up with a better one. It says, the defendant was a founding member of an elite high-performing softball team known as the SaberCats, in which the defendant groomed and selected his young victims for inappropriate relationships, garnered their trust as well as that of their parents, and at times enticing both the parents and players by promising to see the player will receive athletic scholarships. The defendant's behavior in this case is inconceivable to either understand or accept. That pretty much is accurate, and the court really cannot come up with a better phrase to use than what the pre-sentence investigator did. As I've indicated, the impact on the victim and her family is profound, and it will be lifelong, as will the impact to your children, unfortunately. The facts and circumstances surrounding the events, plural, are really outrageous. She applied a 13-year-old with drugs and alcohol and took advantage of her, somebody that you had an authority type of relationship with. This is an egregious breach of trust. And but for the fine negotiating skills of your attorney, the sentence could have been much worse if this matter would have gone to trial and would have been unsuccessful. But I will comply with the agreement that the sides have reached. I know that you and your attorney were advocating something closer to a 4-year sentence as the minimum. Given these circumstances in this case, that is simply inadequate to address what has happened here.